I ghosted Jeymi on her birthday. I became overwhelmed with her neediness and I ghosted her. But at this point, I've left my children behind.
I've got a question for you. If the person that you love and claimed to love you ghosted you on your birthday, would you give that person another chance? In fact, would you believe that person actually loves you? Would you believe that person ever loved you? I mean, how would you feel? For me personally, if you was to ghost me on my birthday, I don't really care what reason you have to come back into my life. You are not coming back into my life. And you know what? It's not even about the fact that it's my birthday. Okay? It's not even the fact that, you know, that this day may matter to me, because for some people, birthdays is just whatever, and not everybody cares about their birthday, right? So therefore, it's more about the principle. It's about the principle of respect. If you love someone, you have certain principles in line that will show a level of respect. And one of those level of respects is by having a conversation or saying to someone, hey, I find you very overwhelming. Your neediness just isn't working for me. And sometimes in life, love isn't enough to sustain a relationship, and your neediness is something that I cannot handle. So to be honest with you, this is where it depends on the person. You could say to that person, to be honest with you, I want to go different ways because I don't want to change your neediness, because there could be someone else in this world that's going to appreciate your neediness. They're going to love you and appreciate it, which is so much more than what I'm going to give you. Or you can go down the other route of being like, listen, but at the same time, you know, I want to change for you. Or you just have a conversation about it. And wherever the conversation goes, it goes, right? But to ghost someone, whether it's their birthday or not, that you claim to love, I can't respect that. Are you mad? Do I look like a mug to you? Do I look like, hey, come in, just slap my face 1,000 times? No, I don't. Kris is built different, but Jeymi, what's wrong with you?
Hay que quedarse en Alabama por un año. Entonces, yo no sé qué signifique eso para nosotras como pareja en nuestra relación.
All right, boom, bam. Sadly for Kris, as we know, has a lot of problems, you know, due to injuries and XYZ. And right now, in this episode here, the doctor had to come and inject her with something. I'm assuming it's something that involves, you know, removing the pain. But she is due to go, but the doctor has advised that she must go back to Alabama and have the surgery. Because at the end of the day, it has to be done by her doctor. It cannot be done by them. If she stays here, well, then she'll have to live in pain forever. And this is going to be an ongoing thing. Which makes sense, though, because we've seen on Instagram that Jeymi posted something that showed that she was back in the States, when initially she was meant to move to Colombia on a permanent basis. But at least now we know, or at least I believe this is the reason why she is back pretty much in Alabama. But at the same time, she has already alluded that she has to go back anyway for other things. But here's the thing, though. So because she will have to go back to get surgery, which means that their relationship could be, which means that they could be apart for a year. It's interesting, though, isn't it? How Jeymi is so quick to be like, if she's gone for a year, I don't know what that's going to mean for our relationship. Isn't it crazy how these two are just so close to making choices that involve walking away, rather than being close to making choices that says, hey, let's have a conversation and see how we can make this work. And it's crazy because they've already had a long distance relationship. They've already had a relationship of them two only being able to speak to each other on FaceTime and all that kind of stuff anyway. So I don't know why Kris disappearing for another year is going to be that much of an issue. I mean, I get it. Like, do you want to go for it? No. But at the end of the day, if you love each other, you will understand that she needs to go and do what's best for her health. And at the end of the day, what's best for her health is best for your relationship, because why would you want to be with someone that you're going to have to look after all the time whenever they have pain, you know, when you know that person can go and actually solve that pain? Because in life, there are people who, there's nothing that they can do. There's people in life who are born with a certain pain and there's nothing that they can do. And they've just got to learn to live with it and just get on with it and all that kind of stuff. That situation is completely different. A situation where there's an option to actually remove the pain or to suppress it or whatever. You've got to be in a position where you're like, you know what, I love you and I'm not going anywhere. Please go back, do what you got to do, and I'll still be here for you. But that's the thing that we don't get with these two. Communication is just a myth. The problems that they have don't have much sense. I mean, to be fair, the fact that they've come this far doesn't make any sense. I mean, look at it this way. We've got Kris, who's already broken up. Who's already ghosted her because she's too needy. Then we fast forward to this situation here where Kris now has to disappear to Alabama for the better of her own health. And Jeymi doesn't know where their relationship's going to stand. Oh, wait, why? Oh, because she's too needy. If you are a needy person, why are you going to be in a relationship with someone who does not like a needy person? If somebody is going to be overwhelmed with your neediness, then you need to go find someone that's going to appreciate your neediness. It's just that simple. Or at least someone that can at least manage your neediness. And I say manage because you see, sometimes in life, we need someone to come into our life and tell us, hey, whoa, relax, chill. We can't have this all the time. We've got to have boundaries. And that's cool, that's healthy. As long as the communication is healthy, the response is healthy, that is cool, you know what I mean? But if it's a case where you're trying to control someone and you're trying to change someone completely, that's not healthy. But if you're saying, hey, I love you, and I love the need, I love the attention, but sometimes we just gotta, chill a little bit. But it's crazy though, isn't it? That these conversations are never had. When are we going to see a relationship on TLC that when we look at it, we say to ourselves, damn, I love that relationship. Damn, that relationship is goals. In fact, when are we going to get a relationship that when we look at it, we think we are learning? And I say that because you see, this is called the learning channel. But we never seem to learn anything. We never seem to learn anything based on them showing us a good relationship. We always learn by them showing us a bad relationship, so therefore we avoid being like that person. But the fact is though, that isn't always going to work. Sometimes people need a role model. Sometimes people need something to be played out in front of them. And sometimes people need to see a good example rather than be consistently fed with a bad example. Because in the end, all you think about is the bad example. And all you do is end up trying to avoid all those bad things. When sometimes some of those bad things can actually work really, really well in a healthy relationship. So when are we going to see that? There's never been a couple, never ever. Any couple that people have ever liked on this channel ain't because they're bringing something healthy, no. It's because there's so much garbage of so many terrible relationships that we just got to appreciate some of them. Even though we know they're trash too. But hey, it is what it is. When it comes to Jeymi and Kris, they are 100% not compatible because one, they cannot communicate, and two, one is too needy and the other one cannot handle the neediness. So needy that if one disappears for a year, I don't know where it's going to leave us, even though they've already had this long-distance relationship this whole time. But it's crazy though, because we've already established that Jeymi was unloyal to Kris. I wonder why she was unloyal to Kris. Because of her neediness. At first, we thought, or at least some of us thought, that she was just unloyal because she was just using Kris for the money, which maybe she is. But if you ask me right here, right now, people who are needy, not everyone is needy. Let's not categorize, but people who are needy in this life are usually the ones that will step out. But that doesn't mean only people that are needy. There's people who are not needy who will step out because they're just greedy. People step out for different reasons, right? But you get what I'm trying to say. Now it makes sense. Her neediness is why she's been doing the madness. So in the year, she's going to be probably doing madness. But nonetheless, though, these two, it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster. But hey, we'll see. Don't forget to like, sub, and comment. Peace.